We're going to start with England. They played Ukraine on Saturday in the European Championship qualifier. Score was 1-1. We're not going to talk about the squad because the squad announcement happened maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
We're not going to talk about it. We don't want to. We touched on it last week.
I think that's kind of been done, innit?
Yeah, we discussed it. Yeah, we discussed it.
We've discussed the omissions.
What starting lineup? Yeah.
I think we need to go. Yeah, we need to go to the lineup. So for those that haven't seen it, I'm just going to read it out. So Pickford in goal, Walcott right back.
We'll have a conversation about Pickford.
we got time for that. We got time for that. Pickford in goal, Walcott, Maguire, Gay and Chilwell, Henderson, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, and Maddison.
What's the maddest part about that squad for you?
Well, the 11.
The 11?
Yeah, of that starting lineup. What's the thing that sticks out the most?
So the elephant in the room is Maguire.
I don't even think that's the maddest.
Maguire. We know Maguire.
I'd say Maguire and Henderson.
Bro.
Yeah.
What the rest of you say?
I don't think that's the maddest. Maguire, you just he's there. That's it.
I can't lie, for me it was
Gay starting, and maybe Maddison.
On the wing.
Yeah.
I think Maddison, because I'm sort of Rashford didn't start, but centre back, we're short. We're not really strong in the centre back position. So,
but you got to bear in mind, Stones was injured.
Yeah, Stones was injured. He's the obviously the class centre back that we've got.
And
but after Stones, it's kind of like you got to pick one really out of what's left. There's no outstanding one after
Is
Stones.
it really crazy to go with Fikayo Tomori and Mark Gahey as centre back?
No.
With Stones
injured, you mean?
I'd say no.
You wouldn't do it, or it's not crazy.
No, if Stones is injured, I would say they're your go-to centre back pairing.
Considering Maguire's not really played much.
Well, he's played more for England now this season than he has for Manchester United.
I think if Maguire's in the squad, he should play.
Yeah,
I think if he's in the squad, he should play.
I agree with that as well.
We will never know.
If he's in the squad, he should play.
It could be the perfect. It could be the perfect thing. It could be the perfect partnership.
We'll never know.
Yeah,
we will never know. Unless Maguire gets injured.
Yeah, but I think that's
and obviously Stones would be the starter straight away.
But he's injured currently, so if Maguire gets injured now, then
he has no choice
but to.
So why do you say Tomori and Gay?
Still play.
They're playing regular pool. Fikayo Tomori, he's a stalwart in the AC Milan lineup. And Mark Gay, he's playing week in, week out.
Question: if they played that line, if they played Gay and Tomori against Ukraine and they lost that game,
so what?
So what?
Give them an opportunity.
I think given the England team,
it's not like we're struggling and it's a must win.
Yeah, I don't think you lose regardless who you play, unless the team has a stinker. I don't think you lose that game. Going back to the Maguire situation, I think even though I said it's a bit of a shock him starting, Maguire's got enough credit in the bank in terms of his England.
Yeah, agree.
Form.
Yeah, 100%.
No, he doesn't.
No, I think he does.
Come on,
if he's in the squad, he should play.
You say no, he doesn't.
That's for me.
When he plays for England, it's very rare that he will have a poor game. So that's why I say he's got credit in the bank in terms of when he puts on the England shirt, you don't get the Harry Maguire that you get from.
You can't knock that. That's
do you know what it is? Yeah, but I still think it's the same thing with England anyway. The qualifiers are the qualifiers, the simple things, and then when you get to the tournament, it's something different. But the only other thing is, he's already messed up with Ben White. From what we hear, we don't know the full details, and by his character, I kind of think Ben White thought, I'm cool, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because there's no point. And like centre back pairings is like a goalkeeper. It's like a Harry Kane up top. You just know
what your established pair.
So it's like, when am I gonna get a run of games? I'm not getting a run of games.
So why am I wasting my time?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
He's got his established pair though. His established pair.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So he's saying from Ben White's perspective,
to take England to the next level, you might need to freshen it up now. Like, forget Maguire. He's not playing.
He's been in team in the tournaments and stuff like that at Euros and World Cups. Why are you going to throw that by the wayside?
All right,
I'm throwing it by the wayside
because he's not playing for his club.
Exactly,
number one.
And the thing
but
is,
if he's never let you down, he's got that credit in the bank.
All right. Listen, hold on. Just to that point, for your club, if you've missed a run of games, or you were injured, or you know what I mean, you just don't have the minutes in the bank, your manager's not going to throw you in. And the main reason why, unless you're like star player and you bring it, the team need you. Harry Maguire's not that, for example, for Man United. unless you're that, the manager's going to say, no, he needs match fitness. We need to build him up again. We need to, we'll bring him on for 10 minutes here. We'll bring him on for 20 minutes here. We'll give someone else, we'll put someone else in and we'll build him up. Harry Maguire, they just dash him in no matter what. And it's unfair, to T's point, to players like Ben White and Mark Gahey or Fikayo Tomori or others who are playing week in, week out, 90 minutes, fully match fit, ready to go, want to go and play on form, and then they're getting back on the bench.
But if his performance is good enough for England, why are you going to throw him out?
But if he's not playing week in, week out,
so do you want Maguire to carry on how he is at Man United and go into the tournament, to the Euros, and just play him, just start him in every game?
I think Gareth has decided that. He's the manager. He's decided that, and at the moment, Maguire hasn't let them down. Until he lets them down, then we can say that's wrong. But at the moment, he hasn't let them down.
I think to the point, it is.
But he was the reason. Did you see what he was doing when they scored?
What was he doing?
He was marking. His hands all over Mark Gahey.
Yeah, he does that. But
come on, man.
To go back to the point about player form for their club and being selected, I think it's going to bite Gareth Southgate a little bit because he's come out and personally said, if you're not consistently playing for your club, then you're not going to get selected for England, whether that's starting 11 or the squad. I think he's had a bit of grace with Maguire up until this season because Maguire's played the odd game here and there for Man United, etc. And I think he can get away with still picking him because he's played the odd game on that. Now it looks like when Man United have their full complement of central defenders fit, he's fourth, maybe fifth choice.
Yeah. But it's been like that for the last year and a half, I think.
They even tried to get rid of him.
I don't think that's going to carry well into the Euros. I think he might get selected in the squad, but I don't think if he continues not playing as he is for the start of the season, I'm not sure if he'll be a starter.
Southgate's kind of moved the goalpost a bit because didn't you hear what he said about the reason why Maguire and Henderson's in the squad? He said he's basically basing it on not enough caps. If they're not in the team, the rest of the squad don't have enough caps, which I think is a load of BS. He's just trying to shoehorn
of course. Like
Maguire back in the squad.
He's just covering himself. So going back to your earlier point about Maddison and the position.
That's what I was going to say. For me, the maddest part of that lineup was Maddison out on the left.
Didn't I say something about Maddison on the wing a couple pods ago?
You did.
And you lot were laughing at
me.
We
were ridiculing about Maddison on the wing, but he's not a winger.
Yeah,
so it's the same thing. It's the same thing we're going to say right now.
Me and Southgate are on the same level.
If you want to be I'm not a coach.
I'm not a coach.
If that's what you want to be claiming,
I ain't got no badges.
Okay.
All I'm saying. All I'm saying is, considering how mad he's been moving for Spurs in the middle, you slap him out wide on the wing to shoot to put Hendo in the squad.
He seems to have overlooked club form, club positions. For in this case, you're going to take, say, Bellingham, because Bellingham's kind of been playing in a 10 role for Real Madrid.
He looked absolutely meaty for England, I'm sorry.
Excelling. And Maddison out on the left. So it seems like he's just shoehorning players into the first 11 just for the sake of it, rather than playing them to their best positions. I think most people wouldn't have played Henderson. No. I think most people would have preferred Rice, Bellingham and Maddison as the middle three.
Yeah.
And then you have Rashford out on the left, Kane up front, Saka out on the right.
Yeah.
Why do you think... Because, like I say, the most general football fan would be like, well, that's everyone's played in their best positions. Why has he not done that? You could have Bellingham and Maddison.
That doesn't put Bellingham in his best position, though, does it?
Pardon?
Doesn't put Bellingham in his best position.
No, but like you said, you could have Bellingham and Maddison.
I think it's a bit more advanced. I think
as a cam.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more advanced. I wouldn't put him... I don't know if you can have Bellingham and Maddison in the same team.
I think
I'd say that they're
both
in their best position.
Rice is the DM. Bellingham doing your box to box.
Madison, yeah.
Doing what Madison does.
Easily.
So the question is, why do you think Southgate has done what he's done?
You said it already.
For me,
shoehorn Henderson.
Yeah, for me, but I also think there's a slight. This is my personal view on it. I think it's a bit of a proving a point thing, right? There's been this talk about Henderson not being in the squad. He's not playing at a good enough level out in Saudi. Blah blah blah. Why is he in the squad? Etc. etc. And I feel like he's just gone. Well, I'm going to show you lot. He's capable of playing, still being able to do a job for England, and he's started.
I'm not sure it's like cut and dry. Southgate just does what he wants to do, bro. I still
think there's an element of proving a point. look, you lot are saying he's not good enough, or you don't think he should play, all this other stuff with the LGBT stuff, etc., etc., etc. Hear what? Boom. I'm going to dash him in the squad. I'm going to show that he can do a job, as well as Maguire, as well as Maddison out on the wing. I mean, all right, cool. We're not coaches. We're not managing the England squad. We don't see what they're doing in training. But you cannot deny their club form and how well they've been playing in certain positions. You do your best, I feel, to try and, okay, let me see if I can put him there in that position so he can carry that form into the England squad. Why not?
You don't even experiment in friendlies, bro.
This is it. This is it. Friendlies come, it's still the same squad.
It don't make sense.
Eze walks. You still get man like Eze coming off the bench in a friendly. What? Why not? Why are you not giving him an opportunity?
Doesn't make sense.
Well, we'll see tomorrow. They got the friendly tomorrow. I expect to be some changes, some new faces, Scotland. And let's see how it goes. Yeah, Scotland away tomorrow.
And if we go back just to quickly touch on the squad bit, he said that Sterling wasn't picked because the players ahead of him have kind of proven what they've done.
I think someone said that. I think someone said that on the pod last.
This is exactly what I
and then it goes back to your point about Eze. Like, if he knows what Eze can do, why not you start him in the friendly? Right? Like, why do you have to wait to kind of bring him off the bench if he's keeping someone like Sterling out of the squad? Just trust him, play him. Like, yeah. It's any other thoughts on the team, the 11 that was selected? Like, Bellingham came off for Rashford in the second half. Gallagher came on for Saka.
Can I ask, what are we expecting from Southgate? Because
Nothing.
I think I listened to something today. I think it was on TalkSport, right? And they were comparing him to like other managers like that have got sacked from like Premier League clubs. Here, for example, Unai Emery. Everyone thought he was rubbish based on the manager before him.
English media.
Okay, a lot of people thought he was rubbish based on the manager before him, right? Yeah. Ole, Gunnar Solskjaer, Potter, all the managers before them is largely the reason as to why people thought they were really, really bad, right?
In what sense? What do you mean?
In terms of, so you had Sir Alex Ferguson, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the managers after them, they're like, okay, well,
they're comparing.
So basically,
they're comparing them to
there's a
bar, there's a benchmark, and they're looking at Sir Alex Ferguson thinking, okay, well, now, what's his name? Moyes. He's rubbish. He's not really a rubbish manager, really, is he? Unai Emery. He's not really a rubbish manager. Who are we comparing?
That's why he's still in the job because of who was before him. They were all dead as well. He's done better than them.
Which manager?
Yeah, and their top
qualities. The reason why he's still in a job is because of the job he's done. He's done better than all the others.
So before Southgate, so then Allardyce for a game, and then before him it was Roy Hodgson.
So what are we really expecting? Southgate's doing a decent job.
But you can go further back than that. You can put in Sven and Capello, who were seen as top quality managers.
Yeah, but they didn't do much.
They had the CVs, but he's done a better job than both of them.
Okay, so before we answer Mark's question, I'm just going to go through what Southgate's done in his England tenure. So he took over in September 16 after Allardyce's infamous one game as manager. So qualifying's never been an issue for England other than 2008 under McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
So qualifies for the World Cup, gets to the semi-final, loses 2-1 to Croatia in extra time. A lot of people, even though that was a good Croatia team, I think a lot of people expected England to overcome that. So slightly disappointment. And then in the fourth place playoff, they lost 2-0 to Belgium in a pretty uninspiring game. 2018-19 Nations League, the first one of that, they got to the semi-final because they took their group, but they lost to Holland in the semi-final. Then they beat the Swiss on penalties.
I remember that. Yeah.
Again, qualified for the Euros, pretty easy. Everyone knows they get to the final, go 1-0 up. Italy,
let's not talk about it.
Italy equalise.
Please.
They lose 3-2 on penalties.
Never understand that,
bro.
World Cup 2022. Again, qualifying, not an issue. Quarterfinals, lose to France 2-1. Penalty miss. If that goes in, could have been different.
Yeah, understand.
And then the recent Nations League, they finished bottom of the group. Pretty abysmal. Played 6 games, drew 3, lost 3. So, to your point, Mark, what if you look on paper what Southgate's done?
Yeah,
he's far excelled anyone.
Agree.
Since Terry Venables, because Terry Venables got after the semi-finals of Euro '96. And just like raise a point that John goes on a lot of times is that just because someone's done well doesn't mean you should keep them in the job. I think, especially the last World Cup and the Euros, granted we got to the final, there are not many better European nations than England at present. So do you think it's time, after the Euros, because he's going to go to the Euros as manager, regardless of what happens, even if he wins it, which I don't think he will, I think France have got the best team and squad at the minute. Do they just cut their losses and say, right, we need to freshen up?
He should have left us at the World Cup straight up and down. There shouldn't have been a deliberation. There shouldn't have been it's up to him. They should have just said,
Thank
thanks.
you. Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you can. Right, who's next? Succession plan. Who's next? Where's the continuity plan? I feel like he's taking them as far as he can. I feel like the current crop of players, what's going to happen with this whole loyalty thing? He's not allowing the next crop of players to come through, much like, what we spoke about last week with the Tottenham and Crystal Palace, when the key players left and then it allowed everyone else to stand up. I think by maintaining this crop of players, Maguire, Hendo, Phillips, whoever else, he's not, like I said, he's not allowing the next crop to come through. So what's going to happen is we're going to see the current crop burn out, and then the next crop are just not going to they don't have the experience in the first team. Right, so then now it's going to be a bedding in process. It's another bedding in process, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a rebuild.
I think it's too early to say they're going to burn out. I think you need another 3-4 years before you can say.
I think the same thing happened with the last with the golden generation. We peaked. Where, do you remember it was World Cup 06 when we knocked out the phantom goal, Lampard's phantom goal? Yeah. After that, nothing. What happened after that?
Yeah, I think
was it
no? Oh wait, we didn't qualify.
No,
and then
it was 10.
2010, and we had that abysmal. Like, did you see the state of that England squad? Yeah. Rooney, Hendo, Barkley, and them, man. That was a poor squad. I think that's what's going to happen
with England now. I think we've got age on our side. I think we've got, if you say bar Kane, and you take out Henderson and that, I don't think Henderson will be starting after the Euros, etc. We've got a young enough bunch of players for whoever comes in next to kind of elevate the team to a potentially higher level. So I think Pickford might be close to his 30, but
we need to talk about him at some point.
So look, you've got like Bellingham, Maddison, Rice, James,
Foden,
Saka.
Trent.
Yeah, Trent. All those are in their like early to mid-20s.
Yeah.
So a team could be built around. So just going back to the Southgate piece, I think the reason why he's still in the job is because those managers before him didn't do as well as expected. Like, he's just come in and like, right, we can get to semi-finals. We can get to finals.
We look at the other side as well, though, in terms of who's coming after him? I think the Euros will be his last tournament.
Yeah.
No matter what happens. I think he just about wanted to do the Euros. So I think
there was talk of him.
I think he was close to actually going this time. So I think it definitely will be his last tournament. But it's also looking at who's going to take the job after him. Have we got any outstanding candidates who's going to take England to the next level if he's unable to do?
I would have said Eddie Howe, but now he's at Newcastle. No, I agree.
Who knows? I don't think he'll last Newcastle.
Eddie Howe
but that's what I'm saying. If Newcastle are going to be ruthless, with the way that they started as well, and
I want them to.
Who knows about Champions League? Who knows about Champions League this year for them? Who knows? There might be some top, like, couple managers floating around that they think, you know what?
What about Potter? If you just like,
I don't know. I'll go more with Potter. I'll go more with Potter than Howe.
I can't remember who said it, right? But I think who said it? It was yesterday. Someone said it to me, right? And forgive me if they listen to this, message me and I'll credit you next time. But they said, no, for real, because it was a good shout. They said Eddie Howe is the Mancini for Newcastle. Is to Newcastle what Mancini was to City. He's that manager that got them to a certain place, and then when they were ready and they had certain players in place, they went and got a big level.
Mancini won the league though with City.
Yeah, but he wasn't
their top.
He wasn't Pep.
Well, funny you mention him. That's the name I heard possibly for England after Southgate goes.
Who, Pep?
Yeah, so they're going to try.
Never gonna happen.
I've heard.
I don't think they'll go back to a foreign manager.
Never
you don't think? That's a good question.
I'm not going to say.
Does he need to be English?
It's going to be
Would he need to be
English
English
for the foreseeable? Southgate's done.
For the
like
foreseeable.
They've done the kind of foreign manager, and you can see like they went with Roy, wasn't great. They went with
Allardyce.
I think they will continue with the.
You think they're not open to going foreign again?
But look at the foreign managers now to what they appoint.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a bit different.
No, but
if you could get one of those top qualities.
Capello, who were top guys.
Yeah.
All right, if
Like,
Robin,
they weren't any guys.
if De Zerbi put his hand up and said, "I want the job,"
I still don't think they'll do
They
it.
won't go to Zerbi.
No, not
Why not?
Deserby.
Nah, I don't think so.
Why
But
not?
if someone
He's too
like
new in the game, I think,
if
as
Pep
well. I
said
don't
he
think
wanted
they
the
go.
job, then he
I don't
gets
think
it.
they go.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else though in that ilk?
Klopp.
What? As in, if they say they
Klopp.
want the job.
Yeah, Klopp.
Yeah, Klopp wants the job.
Yeah.
I
No, who
think
would love
he
it?
I think he gets it.
Mourinho.
Mourinho would
Yeah,
love
he
it.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
He would come in
Mourinho
and
would
be
love
bad.
it.
Yeah,
I'd love
he
it.
would love
They
that.
would never do it though.
I think he would. I think he would. I think he would.
Listen,
The FA.
I don't
would
think
be
the FA would do
appointed.
Nah,
it.
they-
Yeah, I don't think
like
the
the
FA would do
Mourinho in the
it.
top.
No.
The top job. Yeah, that would be golden TV, bro.
Yeah,
Them
that would
press
be a good one.
conferences.
Yeah.
Next level.
I think Eddie Howe is the right man for it.
I agree. I think what T's saying, if
100%.
Newcastle are serious and
Yeah.
they do the Man City route of, all right, look, you've taken us as far as
Yeah.
you can and we thank you. You got us to the Champions League, but, you know.
And England shouldn't wait. Like, if they see Eddie Howe's free, do it. Or at least
Seriously.
line him
What
up
happened
to.
before?
No, but at least line him up so,
To
so he does. Yeah,
would
to
you
say
wanna
like,
come in? Yeah,
yeah.
I think Eddie Howe would be like short.
Oh, you guys really
you think
surprising
Potter
me.
over Eddie Howe?
Yeah,
You're surprising me, bro.
At least I can with Potter. I can see he's got a style of. I'm talking more Potter from Brighton. I can see the style of play, what he's built there.
Where was that style of play at Chelsea?
No, but Chelsea's
stayed at Brighton.
Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea's Chelsea.
Stay at Brighton. That's
Stay
what.
But to be fair,
Yeah, Chelsea.
we
Come on,
have said
Chelsea's
that.
impossible. Chelsea's impossible. We can't judge a man on Chelsea.
Why-
No.
It's impossible.
But what he was doing, though.
you want him for England. You can't judge a man on Chelsea.
But look what he was doing at Chelsea.
Sterling right back.
How long was it
Yeah,
Chelsea
it's
for?
mad.
Fam, he had Sterling
wasn't there for long.
He
He
was
was
there
own-
for long.
He had
for his own
Sterling
doing.
at
He was
wing
there
back.
for a few months.
No, look what he was
fault was
doing.
No, man.
Whose fault was that? It was Potter's fault, right?
He got back 10, 50, he got
They
what, 20
headhunted
players
him.
thrown on him.
No. Wait,
come on, man.
man.
They headhunted him.
Mm.
They said, here's all right, cool. They probably did throw a few players at him, but
Yeah.
some of them were his buys.
Players that he didn't want.
Some of them were his, though.
Some of them
Cucurella
wasn't his.
And
Cucurella
then
was his.
you've got a man like Raheem Sterling, who you know what he's capable of, and you play him at right wing back or left wing back. Come on.
To be fair, we have said the
Come on.
the Chelsea job might have been a bit too big for Potter. So
course it was.
And so what? England would be
bigger.
much bigger.
So yeah, just to kind
Much
of
bigger.
wrap up this England talk, like they'll qualify for the Euros, like
Yeah,
the top
easy.
of the group. Ukraine are playing Italy tomorrow. I think if they draw, I think we're pretty much nailed on to qualify. Regardless, what's the expectations for you guys for England at the Euros next year?
Win it. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no other expectation but win it.
I'm not gonna lie, I think we'll go all the way this
That's the
time.
expectation.
Yeah, as far as
There's
you
no
can.
other, just win it because
I ain't saying win it. I'm saying
The squad's
just get
there.
as far as you can.
win it.
Okay, so
The squad, you're right. The squad is there,
Yeah, win
but
it.
Gareth Southgate has shown
Between
he doesn't know how to utilize it.
between Maguire and Hendo, I think we could win it if we don't play Hendo and we do play Maguire. If I'm being realistic, but if we carry on playing Hendo, I don't
shouldn't
think.
be a starter. at
Yeah,
the
I
Euros.
can't see that.
But I can see him having a good impact as a sub. He's someone
Yeah,
that I would
in
bring
the
on
squad.
He needs to be in the
in
squad.
certain games. Someone
Yeah.
I would
He
bring on.
needs to be in the squad.
Because
Sure.
like the Euros are not far. The Euros are like 10 months away.
All right, but just in comparison, because you brought up France before, look at the French lineup against Ireland, right? Each one of those starters are regular, consistent players for their clubs, top level.
Yeah.
Pardon me, consistent players. Why can't we do that? Why can't we go find our best performing players? Maybe throw in one player that's consistent. I'll give you Harry Maguire, cool, and then just try and work around that and try and build those up, and then the subs be young, hungry players who will succeed the
Don't want to
first.
come through. Yeah, no, I agree. So it'd be interesting to see how England fare at the Euros next year.